Cool. Hello everybody, JaffaArchfiend here, and welcome to the next and last, as far as I'm aware, stage of the main scenario quest for Endwalker Final Fantasy XIV, when one door closes. Right, let's see what we got here for patch 6.55, shall we? The last little bit of the MSQ. Ah, one of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldessian request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldessian Annex at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ajdaya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is still much and more for her to see. Aww, they're still got their little bonding going on. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Oh god, if we can bring him along with us in Dawntrail. Alrighty. To the Annex. To old Charlian. Let's see what we've got going on here, shall we? So I hope everyone's having a good day and everything's going well. Annex. Teleport to you there. So yeah, the maintenance took a little longer than usual today, but hey, that's what you... To be fair, they're replacing the systems in Japan. They were literally replacing the systems in Japan, so that's to be expected. A warm and hearty welcome to you. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Okay, do we have voice acting for this, or is it going to be text only? Seems like it's going to be a text thing only, I think. Yep, text only. Thank you for coming in such short notice. She's got her hood down for this. Neat. And forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erinville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Oh? What does Erinville need from us? I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is there is someone with whom he wishes us to meet. He also mentioned that he'd be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Yes, please. I'm most curious. Bye-bye. We don't even wave back to him. Alrighty. To the studium. Boop. Let's see what we got going on here. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, this looks like a... Now, where is Erinville? There we go. I think this cinematic might have talking in it. Judging by the fact everyone's still kind of standing here, so... There we go. Turn on that for this. Let's see what we've got going on here. At least it's good weather for it.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
Nah, I think we're done with saving the world at the
I chanced upon
moment.
some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
She's missing. Where's she gone?
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Uh-oh.
Did she wander off?
Ah, there we go.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
I like her.
While you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Oh?
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Okay.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Yes, please. Exposition.
Of course.
She seems a bit scatterbrained, but okay.
Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne.
I shall be your king.
As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
I'm presuming adopted daughter, given who we know is
I was
in
searching
charge.
for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Wow. Did you really say all that?
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Hold on. You want me to help with a
Wait,
right of
let's all
succession?
Slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Aha!
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume.
Yeah, we know it's a nation of many people.
That
but-
said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with 2 heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously.
Yeah, kind of figured. Obviously
He
not.
raised me as
Yeah,
his own, and that's what matters.
that's fair.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
No, pat.
Hardly.
Oh!
Little about your land,
I felt
and
that.
nothing about your parentage.
Oh.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met.
Oh wow. We are keeping you away
If
from
you have any
Asm
questions,
steps.
I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
Wow, you are really making this. You are making this an offer we
No.
can't refuse.
This is only a rumor,
Oh.
but apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda.
Oh.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
You are really playing hardball here. You have my complete attention. This is strictly rumor. Not Golden City. I've heard about it before.
So the tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
Not exactly. I think it was Emmett Selk who told us
I
about
advise
it.
you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
We have a bit of a reliable source on this one.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh, these two definitely have history.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions.
Okay, so we're her kind of crew. We're her adventuring
So
party
let's
to...
go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Wow! Okay. We are keeping you away from the steps. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Introduce her to Magnite. Introduce her to the little son. I want to see them meet, actually. Ooh. Now there's a thunk. Put her in the same room as Magni Ordinaire. See how that goes. Oh. Oh, she's a bundle of energy, isn't she? Woof. I like her. So we're too far. The stronger the prey, the better. Oh boy. Alright. That does look... that does look steppish in the background there. Oh, please tell me, are we going to the steps? Oh, please. The chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is stuff for grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept its invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let's begin to rectify that, first by getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. Aaronville, please say the steps. When I was at the Guild era, I learned about a petition from researchers in the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and killed some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition? 2 birds, 1 stone. The isle isn't far. We'll be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have a chance to get acquainted. Ay, ay, ay. I really want her to meet Magni. Really. I got the 2 of those in the same room. This might be his Nama. That, or she shoots him down so hard he can't get up. Before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I'll join you as soon as possible. Oh, we're going to see Kryle get into Pictomancer gear already. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbour. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Also, I want that axe. I don't play warrior, but I want that axe. That's a lovely looking axe that she's got there. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the artifact weapon. I would not be surprised if that's the level 100 axe we get. There it is, down there. That's just to unlock some more stuff. That's the... Oh no, wrong corner, wrong corner. Here we go, this way. Hey, I'm loving Wuklama already. She is a bundle of energy. She is spicy. She is high energy. Go ahead to you. Alright. So we have to take a ship? Oh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose for good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Yeah, don't worry. Addition, you'll be required to participate in battle. Okay. Yeah. Ah! Well, let's see how this turns out. A few eye levels below, but let's see what we got.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Tural. Oh, white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Focus!
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
Oh. You are a big teenager, aren't you?
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Take a screenshot of that, 'cause that's a nice picture there.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
Ooh.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
She has a brother.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Welcome to Charlian.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city.
Oh.
He went on and on about technological amusements. He made me want to come here too one day.
Fair.
And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studio.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar.
Indeed.
But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Charlian to receive an education would surely
Yeah,
have cause to
we've not
stir,
heard
yet
or I don't think I've
I
met
recall
him.
nothing of the sort.
We've not bumped into anyone with the name Koana. At least not in
He
Hrothgar.
consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Unless it's another adopted child, so it might be the Makote
Being
from the
Mikote,
poster?
he had no trouble
Ah!
He's adopted like me, you see.
So that's who's on the poster.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
I mean, you get to know their skills, but you don't get to know them, maybe, but... Yeah.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Yes, please. I'm just waiting for Kryl to pop up. Where's Kryl? Yes, so the Makote on the right-hand side of the poster, who we see in the white jacket with the glasses, that's probably Koana. Item level has been synced to
The
660. Oh,
researchers
nice.
should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our
And let's get everyone wrapped up. Do-do-do. I'm not even having to put out any healing. Then again, she is a warrior.
Someone's in trouble.
Oh, that's what-
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
far so good. Graha's going all black mage on them. Oh, thank goodness you come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition? Wait, aren't you? You are! The adventurer who saved our star. Whether our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
Yeah, Warrior of Light, Warrior of Darkness, Savior of the Star.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
And Hype Boy. Actually, we switch across now. Let's go.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer came to advance our petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we'd be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
Whoa! Okay.
Is that all?
Oh yeah, we need you
Come
to
on,
meet Magni.
Let's pick up the creature's trail.
You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp
These
talons.
claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Oh.
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Well, as long as someone's enjoying themselves. Find feathers.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
Depends. If it's a
You
bird, I
presume
want
it's
it
even
roast.
safe to eat.
That's a good point. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is still likely close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh.
Do you suppose they're upset we've snubbed their home?
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, they've got one.
Ay, ay, ay. Actually, it might be a good idea not to let you get introduced to Magni. 2 peas in a pod,
Let's
you
head
lot.
back and report what we found.
Oh god, Sadhu. Oh god, if you met Sadhu Dotharl, that'd be interesting. Air dipstick, hater Zach. I have not heard about Star Trek Resurgence. No. I'll have to have a look at that later. Where are you? Oi, oi! Where are you going? Stick to the group. Oi. Oh. That looks like our thing.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Lama. Oh! And I think that's the thing we're looking for.
What is that thing?
Well, you said you knew. Oh god, it's a giant parrot. It's a giant parrot.
It speaks?
It's mimicking you. Oh, for the love of. Well, we found our beastie.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Let's rock and roll.
Come, Waklamat.
Right.
Come on. We got enough healing items? I am the healing item.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Oh, you are such a teenager.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
And you want to rule.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Let's do this. Alright, parrot. Let's see what you got.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
Let's get you healed up a bit here, shall we look? Oh, that does not look good. Wind unbound. Yep. That's an AoE.
Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Nope! I don't think it's going to. Not until we kill it anyway. Get some mana back in here. Ooh, that does not look good. Run away, run away, run away, run away!
Look out!
Yep, that tracks.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Oh good, we're pronouncing it the same way. Colibri. Excellent. Sticky spit. Oh, that does not sound fun. Oh.
Got it together!
Oh, that is not good.
I've got you.
Oh, thank you. Is that going to be a new warrior tech, I wonder? Is that a preview of a warrior tech coming in Dawntrail, maybe? Because if it is, that's going to be handy. Ooh, get out of the way of that. Alright. And a little AoE heal there. Snatch morsel. Oh, right, that's Wok. Waka waka. Alright, we got you, I got you. Don't you worry.
Spread out, everyone!
Woohoo!
Who paid for that?
Oh, that's not good. Oh, button mash time.
Thank you.
get you a little bit more damage up here, shall we? Out of the way of that. Ruffling of feathers. This feels like a new thing. Oh, we're doing this mechanic, are we? Okay.
That was hardly a tickle.
There it is. I was wondering if you're going to repeat what she said there.
Try this. Nothing to it.
And fell cleave, and fell cleave, and fell cleave, and fell cleave.
For everything you have at it.
And here comes the kitchen sink. Bada boom! Eder Yusuf, thanks for that.
And I had barely limbered up.
Sod you had. Uh-huh.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Ah, Grandpa Graha there.
Only to be expected.
Aww. Let's not
You
hype her
were
up too
pretty
much.
impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Oi. It's getting back up.
What a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Ahem.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
It's back up for round 2. Oh boy.
Leave this to me.
Kryl? Oh, hey! We get to see Pictomancer in action. Yay! Nice one, Kryl.
Kryl?
Oh.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Think nothing of it, love.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
Yep.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you.
And there's a little clover thing we saw in the last
Coming here, I
cinematics
wanted
series.
to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wooklamat. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
Yeah, but you got the killing blow.
That was amazing! The peace didn't stand a chance.
I'm glad to have been of service.
Aww. Cry.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again.
Yep, that would be frustrating.
That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
Aww.
As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Hectomancy.
Of course she's gonna be an Archon. Of course. It's a Charlian art.
As I recall,
Of course.
you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
Calling Graha out for us?
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Aww, Cryle.
Indeed.
Aww. Realm is
I
the
must say,
original Pictomaster
you
character
appear
from
to be
Final Fantasy
especially keen
VI.
on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal.
Oh yeah, the one addressed to your grandfather.
It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
That's an interesting
What does the
title.
letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Hmm.
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Oh boy.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
Yes, please.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Oh?
Given how culturally diverse Tuli Yolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one.
Huh.
The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali.
Oh.
What's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
Interesting.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Not necessarily.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Hmm.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there.
Well, we might find out more.
In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt.
Yeah.
We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
Given it's a bird, probably want to roast it. Cook it all the way through.
We're eating that.
Yes, Graha, we're eating that. We'll probably have several portions saved up. probably stick a few in the freezer. With wildlife pacified and research safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or worse, there's only one place we can take it here to Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook for us. Let's see what we can get out of this. I'm thinking various steaks, maybe burgers, pizza. Ooh, tacos! Colibri tacos. Then again, it's a really big bird, so probably all of the above. Great big sudden feast, probably. I mean, with a bird that big, what would you make out of it? Erikim, I miss doing the reaction videos as well, but if the way YouTube and copyrights stuff goes on, yeah. So. Oh no, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you? It's not so much what I can get you, it's more what you can make me. Oomph! Oh ho, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Wait till you see how big the bird is, you might regret that. Have as much as you like. Oh. Oh.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
That's a lot of steak. Oh. Oh.
I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Yeah, everywhere else it is. The last stand is the exception to the rule.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, please don't tell me that's a zero spice. Please.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Walk, if that's what I think it is, you might want to regret. You might want to hold back on that. If that's Zero's recipe. It's Zero's recipe!
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Zero, your legacy lives on!
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
There it is.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Oh, you baby! Oh, precious baby!
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Oh!
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Yeah, I'm guessing brother-sister vibes here.
I thick as thieves since we were little.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Oh, wow. We are really going to Urianje Moonbreeder with these two, aren't we?
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
That is fair.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
Keep that quiet. You're in the center of knowledge and study. You might never be able to
Since
leave.
ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
Damn, that's not long ago.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
80 years, God. That's not too long
Since
ago.
then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Oh?
A man who is too ambitious by half.
Oh. Who are we going up against?
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Oh, that's bad.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
Do we have a name?
I can't allow it.
Do we have a name?
No matter what, I must win this contest.
Or at least ensure this guy loses. So, we gonna get a name for this
I
adversary?
understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Ah, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
Oh?
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
Ah, okay, that tracks. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well.
Aww.
And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
And I think I see where the split in the Scions is going to come from. There's a total of 4 claimants, one which wants to lead us into war, so we've got 3 potential claimants. Her,
You don't need to decide
Koana,
right this moment.
and the third one. The Scions might
But I
split
will
themselves
need you
between
if I'm
those
to
3.
triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long
'Cause-
as I can while waiting for your answer.
They might think that one of the other 2 might be a better
In
choice
that
to
case,
lead.
allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
So,
That's very kind of you.
I just wonder who the 4th guy is. And of course...
Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
You are a bottomless stomach. You have hollow legs, don't you? We'll probably get a name for the guy we don't want to win when Dawntrail actually comes out, probably. I think she's gone off to bed already. Whether Luck Lamont has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. Would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Alright. Oh. The coming dawn. Oh, Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Waklamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly would hurt to be better informed. I like books. I'm not going to go for the sleepy book option. Quite right. Not only would it help you to make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you'll be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend. Let us be off to the archives. Alright. Grabbing a teleporter there. Oh yeah, this looks... There's definitely potential for intrigue on this one, so... Should be interesting to see how this all pans out when Dawntrail actually goes live sometime this summer. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. Alright. Blue covered book. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest regard, and seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the canyon to a brilliant blue. Under shaman's watchful eye, I managed to finally master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this colour, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honour the people from whom this noble magic was born. Yep. Which is the first limited job. Which I still need to get up to its maximum thing. So, yeah. Leather-bound book. Lines in the Sand, the Geopolitics of Hydaelyn. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. Gotta pull up a map to show that. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and the difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east to west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be man, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldernard before advancing east into Ilsabard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the desperate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mammal Jah succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Autarch, also known as the Dawn... I've forgotten the actual name. I've forgotten the title they gave him now. Sot. Faded Tome. The flora and fauna of Tural. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet, while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species, as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Eee! Accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyvera. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mammal Jah have succeeded in taming them and utilized their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wyvera is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valgramanda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. That'll be the winged serpent we've seen on the artwork pieces for Dawntrail so far, which, oh boy, we're going to be kicking the ass of, no doubt. Unblemished book. Eorzean cuisine, a history. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Toral. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto, aka pumpkins, tomatoes, and potatoes. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. Which is also true for real world, actually. Yeah, pumpkins, tomatoes, potatoes, they all come from South America and North America. So, yeah. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Leminsian sailor named Ketenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Ketenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mabolja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with the permission to roam freely. Ketenram would travel to Toral several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Leminsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Ketenram's expeditions to Toral. Many tantalizing recipes, such as the bean-filled burrito, and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City, reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Ketenram's circle, Toral largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet his influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Toral, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination, but our Hateo will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. aka the little robot that stands over there. Alright, Graha. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Toral, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Yeah, this is a library. Shush and all that. This is a library after all. Oh, there's something about the bitrate of the stream. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately, at the moment. Now then, I'm quite honest to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we've read the very same book on cuisine. I was surprised to find references to Toral within. One of them, did anything in particular pique your interest? Rather, take on the lead tail. Popotos, I have a newfound appreciation for them. The legendary city of gold! Yeah, let's go with Ketenram. Ah yes, the renowned Leminsian explorer who traversed the Indigo Deep and discovered the unknown West. As a compliment didn't end there. Dawn Servant, that's the title. He travelled to Toral extensively and even forged a friendship with the Dawn Servant. If we were able to meet Ketenram, what things we could learn. Alas, all this happened nigh 80 years ago. He may no longer be alive to tell his tales. A score, if I recall correctly, is 20, 4 score, 4 20s, 60 years ago. Wow, okay. That's a bit of a time jump there. He'd be in his 80s now if he was still alive. Give or take, maybe. Who knows? Moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Toral? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. Learned about Valgamanda. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. Was simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. I looked to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. I thought I heard familiar voices. Ah, Alize! An Alphino! Fancy running into two of you here. Well, have some research of your own, do you? We hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razadhan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints on how neighbours of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. What is two of you? What endeavours brings you here this day? Ah, that trip to Toral is definitely in their future then. The nation of Taral is one of different cultures, different ideologies, different all sorts, all unified together. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Taral. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read upon Tulial ourselves. The contest. Is he the only one allowed to help Woklamat? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Woklamat gave us the impression she could have several champions. Uh-oh. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphano. We have planning to do. Alice, wait! It would seem our plans have changed, if you excuse me. Yeah, 3 guesses where she's off to. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Alright, so that's how we rope those two in. How are we roping Y'shtola, Urianger, and Thancred into this mess? Wonder how we're roping those 3 in. Alright, to the annex. Nope. What's up, Graha? This feels talky.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Yeah, well, that's usually the way these things go, isn't it?
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Woklamat's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics.
I don't blame you. No matter the assurances, it's no simple thing to wade into the midst of a political struggle. And in a foreign land at that.
Yeah.
How about this then? Instead of deciding here, go there first and then decide.
Oh, we get that option, do we?
In the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward.
Oh god, that's what's going to happen in Dawntrail. We're going to go through all the zones, and then we come back. Woklamat asks us if we're going to join her or her siblings as their champions, and that's where the Scions are going to have their split. Oh.
Such a journey would be the envy.
That's going to
of
be
many a scholar.
interesting. Ooh.
Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had. All the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea.
Oh?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Oh? What are you up to? What are you scheming here, Graha? What are you scheming? I do wonder how this Dawntrail oh, that's how Thancred gets involved, I suppose. And of course he's going to drag Andre and Y'shtola into this as well, I suppose, through him overhearing details. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. If that's going to be how Dawntrail plays out, and we get to choose who we're the champion of to help, you know, become the next ruler of Taral. That's going to be interesting with so many people doing just so many different playthroughs. Ooh. That's going to be interesting to see how that balances out. I'll come back. If you're looking for Waklamat, she is currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go fetch them for you. Yeah. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. This is good. If that's how it's going to pan out in Dawntrail, that's... That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. If that is how it plays out, and that's going to be, oh god, that's going to be interesting for like the story team to try and balance out as well. Oof. Ending A, ending B, ending C, ending D, as it were.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
On the trail we blaze! Oh, we're getting all the Eldorados in here, are we?
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Yeah.
Alpha no, Alice! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Waklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Fortuitously, yeah,
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Aaronville as toads.
I love how that's how she knows them!
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that!
You're in the bad
First
books, Aaronville.
impressions last.
First impressions. True, very true. Ooh. Oh dear.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles.
And you want to be in charge.
So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliyollal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
Alphino, don't make promises your mouth can't
The more
keep.
the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Oh no, you're staying dragged into this mess.
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable.
Oi.
They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths.
Cheers!
I can't
But,
think of
yeah.
anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
You okay, Carl?
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was.
Come on.
Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
Oh yeah, because you're kind of in charge.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
I'm sorry, what? You're staying? Graha?
But, Raha,
Oh, no, 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 no. No, you're both coming.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Oh.
thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Oh. Is he really
Well,
staying put?
Looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Let's get there first.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Oh, Totoro might get pissed at you about that. Alright, what have you got?
There.
Ah! It's going to be a map of Toral, isn't it? An extended
This,
version of the map.
my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
And down there is Mericidia. I cannot wait for all these clouds to get dispersed and we get the full world map. But yeah. Oh, there's a few places. Oh, there's a few places shrouded by the clouds. Still got plenty to explore. And that's where we're going next in Dawntrail. I thought Graha was going to come along with us, but he's staying behind this expansion. I wonder how long that'll last for. Just gonna... So these are the credits now for this. Yes. Hide scrolling text. That button. Nope. Which none button is it? That one. There we go. I can watch this. I can watch this later to try and get these as. These look very nice. These would make quite nice wallpapers. These. I am looking forward to Dawntrail, very much so. We get to go El Dorado. Ooh, I love the art's gone into detail with the cards. That's nice. And Totoro gets involved in the credits. Nice. there's Vana, aka Heidelin. So this is the these are the credits for the basically post Endwalker story, which is quite nice. So, but yeah, with this is the last bit of story we have got until Dawntrail comes out in the summer. We do still have patches we do still have patch. We're on 6.55 right now. We do still have patches 6.57 and 6.58 to come around. Those will probably have like little bits and pieces to do in there. Probably just like stuff to prep for the next expansion. But as far as story is concerned, as far as I'm aware, this is the last little bit before Dawntrail. So... this is going to be very interesting, very fun. So we've got... So we know one contestant, Wak Lama. We know another contestant, possibly, in Konoha, who attended here as a student of Charlian. And, in fact, actually, if I can try and find it... If I can fucking spell Dawntrail art. If I can find it... Here we go. So, looking at the art that was revealed at the latest one, if I can actually bring it up into here, save images, yeah, put it in there. Add image, Dawntrail, browse, so if we take a look at this, so we have Wak Lama here. Just to go proper image here. So this is the poster which got shown off. This is the artwork which we saw at the most recent fan fest. This is what they showed off. So we do a little zoom in on here. So here we have that's stand-in for the Warrior of Light character. Kryl, Thancred, Orianjay, the current leader, Wak Lama. And based on that he's a Makote, that she mentioned her brother being a Makote who studied at Charlian, we can assume this gentleman here is Konoha. And the warlike individual, going to guess, just based purely on the aesthetics and appearance alone, it'll be the Mamalja, one-head Mamalja down here. And I'm guessing that the fourth sibling, the fourth one available for the contest, is this one here. So we've got a Femme Hrothgar, male Makote, not sure presenting Mamalja, and a Femme Hure. Judging her position up there, I don't think she's going to live long. We're probably going to get attached to her, and she's probably not going to live long. Or we could be entirely wrong, and she's the warlike one, and he wants peace. Who knows? But that's the cast of characters we've got the most to pay attention to in Dawntrail. The guy who's currently in charge, Erenville, Kryl, Woklamat, ourselves, Orionje, Thancred, Konoha, and these two here. So we'll just have to wait and see how this all pans out come release. So we do. Come release, we'll need to see how this goes. But I do love how Zero's legacy is of bringing uber spicy chili, over spicy curries into the world. Oh. The desire to not be beaten by curry is very strong, very strong. I sympathize with her on that one. However, know your limits and know how to press them and push them. Can't enjoy the food if you don't have a ton to taste with. Because yeah, depending on how spicy you make something, you run the very real risk of literally burning your taste buds off. Which, kind of a bad thing. Well, yeah, Dawntrail is shaping up to be very interesting with some genuine political intrigue. The only other times we've done political stuff was in Heavensward and Stormblood, but we were very much assigned to one group already to begin with. Heavensward, we were trying to end the war between the dragons and the Ishgardians whilst, you know, serving under the Forton banner. In Stormblood, we were basically Viva la Revolution! With freeing the Alamegans and freeing the Domans from the Garlean Empire. Shadowbringers, there wasn't much political stuff going on there. Endwalker, we were kind of playing diplomat to the Garlean forces. We were kind of playing diplomats, but again, we weren't trying to choose who's going to be in charge and so forth. Even with the last few patches, we weren't choosing who's in charge and all that. Dawntrail, we are very much choosing who's going to be in charge. Whether we are, you know, sticking with Woklamat throughout the whole thing, I don't know. But the fact that there are options does make me wonder if we're going to be having to choose who we help out. It is very... if you're familiar with Star Trek, it is very much Jean-Luc Picard choosing who's in charge of the Klingon Empire. Basically, who's going to be sitting on the throne of the High Council. And oh, I do love this little kind of after art here with Zero and Gallup. That's nice. A little moonlight flight with the dragons. Very nice. Oh. And I can only apologize if the stream is not behaving as intended for everyone, according to the thing. There's a bit of a bitrate issue, apparently. So I do apologize for that. But, I think it might be due to the weather going on right now. The UK and snow do not mix well. Then again, we've got central heating, so, hey. Relatively warm. But, snow does mess with the signal a bit. But, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this pans out in Dawntrail in the summer. So, here's just hoping I can get the time off to play it. I do hope they release the release date for it soon. Like within the next month or so. Purely so I can try and get those weeks off. Because if the if it's gonna be like anything like Endwalker's launch, oh boy. You're gonna enjoy watching queue times of several thousand people in the queue before you, and trying to do things, and you get kicked because of something. It's like that. It made for some interesting memes in Endwalker, I'll admit. That made for some interesting memes. But I do hope Dawntrail goes a lot smoother than that. I won't mind if Dawntrail is as choppy at beginning as Endwalker, because, you know, new expansion, new release, and they're literally replacing servers at the moment. That's what the maintenance was. That's why it was a 24-hour maintenance before this patch update, because they were literally replacing for new servers down in Japan. So, and replacing servers and making sure nothing goes weird and wonderful and horribly wrong for a game like this. Yeah, I really hope Dawntrail does go smooth, but I won't moan if Dawntrail doesn't go smooth. I might curse and gripe a little, but in the end, every expansion, regardless of the game, regardless of the company, regardless of the game, the expansion first day launches are always going to be a bit they're always going to be a bit choppy. So it's to be expected. Because, I mean, how many people are on 14 at the minute? Like, I don't know, what is it? What was the last count for how many people play 14? What's the subscriber count for 14 at the minute? Oh boy. Current estimate is, oh lordy, nearly 49 million players. So, day one of Dawntrail launch, day one of an expansion, 49 million people descending upon the game all at once. Well, not all at once, staggered throughout the day, depending on whether they can, you know, get on or not that day, but you get the idea. 49 million people all trying to play the same game at the same time. Yeah, that's going to be some issues. And let's take a look at like World of Warcraft, for example, as another one, because they've got an expansion coming up as well. Oh boy. World of Warcraft is estimated to have roughly... Okay, these are figures from November last year. 129 million active players, roughly. So, yeah. So 129 million, 49 million descending upon their games at the same time. Yeah. But this summer's going to be interesting. We've got War Within coming for World of Warcraft, and we've got Dawntrail coming for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know off the top of my head any other MMO expansions coming out around about the same time frame as well. Because they're the only big ones I've paid attention to, really. I don't know about Swotra. I think Swotra might have something. Hey there, Incognaltaza. Thank you for watching my Gravity Falls videos back in the day, and thank you for the support. It's definitely been a trip. So, and I'm very thankful to everyone who still does subscribe and still follows my channel. Even if it's not for the content you originally signed up for. Yeah, so, and a big shout out to Joe Cat, actually. Whilst we're in a quiet bit, relatively speaking, of the credits, big shout out to Joe Cat. His videos were actually one of the ones that made me kind of want to do 14 streams. His other and a bunch of other people's videos as well, but Joe Cat's was kind of what helped make that push. And it utterly sucks what people did to him. I mean, get a grip, people, come on. Just what the hell? But I do hope he enjoys Dawntrail as well. I hope he enjoys playing 14 for himself. Even if he's not, you know, putting it out there, I do hope he gets to enjoy the game. And everything else he wants to try and do. He's a good guy and doesn't deserve the shit that he went through. Damn, there's a lot of people involved in this. I have to reread that one. If you know, you know. But, also, I'm kind of trying to take a look at all these kind of credits to see who I might need to kind of have a chat with about some voicing. Because... And that's something that's actually amazing, that I find amusing and entertaining, and I hope they have a fantastic time, and I hope they've had a fantastic time with this character. The voice actor for Wuklamat, according to their posts, they have been playing 14 since 1.0. They've been at this a while. So, and they're now voicing in it. I mean, and not just like a background character, like a one-off type of thing. They are front and center for our for the next expansion. I'm like, that has got to be surreal for them. That has got to be so surreal for them. So, but that has got to be so. I'm just at one of the credits there. I was like, oh god. But that has got to be so surreal for them to have been playing since 1.0. And now to be playing a character in it, to be voicing a character in this. God, that crossover. That has got to be so surreal for them. And from what we've had with Lamat so far, I'm enjoying her character. And I cannot wait to see how this plays out. I cannot wait to see how this goes throughout Dawntrail. The character is just such a big bundle of energy. And I cannot wait to see how they grow and develop throughout it. They give me big ADHD autistic. That's probably not the vibe they're going for. No, not autistic, not ADHD. But it gives me big, high energy kid character energy. They give me big kid energy, and I'm like, sort of high energy, and I'm like, I cannot wait to see how that character progresses, and I don't mean ADHD or autistic in a bad way or anything like that. It's just the vibe they give me. I've met a few people who have ADHD, who have autism on varying ends of the spectrum, and they have been very much big energy. Well, not big energy. They've been small energy. They've been big energy. It's just varying levels, and that kind of gives me that same. Right, lest you wonder about your passage to Toral, Edenville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. And that is the reward from this. We finally get the Gleaner backpack. And ooh. Meanwhile, in Limsa Laminsa. Aha! There's a Stydian.
When does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination? The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
He's heading to Ral on a whim. So he's heading to Toral on a whim of direction. That's how he winds up going there. Thancred overheard us, and so he's going to drag you meanwhile in Old Charlian. Here we go. There's Urianger. No doubt with a letter from Thancred.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Oh! The battle lines are drawn, are they?
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition.
Oh, are they siding with Konoha?
Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Oh. Oh no.
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
So we're going to be facing off against Urianger, Thancred, and probably Y'shtola, I'm assuming.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Where's Stola? Because I know she winds up
My
there.
friend, we make for Taral.
Where's Stola? Where's she in all this? Or is she not coming along at the minute? Oh.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Yep.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
Not yet.
The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Yeah. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And with that, we're going to take a wee... Oh, good lords. Sod you. And with that, we're going to take a wee break. Actually, let's take a quick gander first at how the knapsack looks. And that's going to be in the... Where are you? Where are you? That is in fashion accessories. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, that's a big backpack. We finally get backpack. Accessory in use. Okay, hold on. I can change pose. Don't seem to be able to do much whilst we got it on. Oh no, there we go. Yes, we can keep the backpack on us. Oh no, okay. Okay, so it seems to be... Okay, so it does seem to stay on when we're in fighting mode. But, that's... Okay. Just checking that one. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, it does kind of... Okay, there we go, yeah. But yes, we can keep the backpack on. We can keep the backpack on. And with that very important discovery, I'm going to take a wee break. So that we go through the rest of this patch's content. Till then, JaffaArchfiend, signing out.